So here I'm going to create a series of experimental drawing inspired by natural forms. So here I'm starting by a drawing of a strawberry. I just want quick outlines of the leaves and the strawberry itself. I want the kind of overall shape and a little bit of the texture. Really quick drawings, just spending 2-3 minutes drawing this on here. So I'm putting a little bit of the shading on the middle on here, trying to show the texture of the strawberry seeds and a little bit of shadow, so it looks it's anchored on the page. Once I've done my second drawing, I'm getting a different colored pencils and just doing the same, using a different position of my strawberry. So main shape of the outline and then the leaf, and then just adding some detail on there. So same a couple of minutes, I'm going to move it again and do a drawing of the back of the strawberries. So here it's just a loose drawing, so I'm not obsessing too much. And as you can see, I'm drawing directly in a colored pencil, so I can't really rub out any mistakes I've done. So the mistakes will show on the sheet on here. So here I've got a stack of pictures using natural forms as well. So you can carry on drawing from strawberry or just draw from one of the pictures on here. So here I'm looking at a picture of an artichoke and just trying to kind of get the movements inside. As you can see, it's difficult unless you're looking at the picture to know what the drawing is. But I'm focusing on the shapes that I can see and working on black paper to just experiment a little bit further and get used to different materials and how they kind of might react and just draw in different ways. So here I'm just drawing the highlights and the movement on the for my artichoke drawing, and just getting a little bit of detail on here. So same a quick drawing, just a few minutes there. Right, I'm going to move on to a third drawing on here. So here I've got a sheet of kind of a pre-painted background on here, and I'm drawing directly in pen using a writing pen on here. So I'm trying to get the shapes of the kind of leaves, the petals of the flower here in the middle, and I'm putting a little bit of shading as well because it's a really contrasted photo with some darks and lights on there. So I'm getting the shape in and make sure I'm getting the shadows in to kind of get that flowers movement and texture and the shape of the petals, a little bit of kind of 3D effect on here, and I'm just carrying on drawing on there. So I'm not overly bothered about getting it super precise. I just want a quick impression of what this flower is looking like. And you can see on some sides I'm running out of room a little bit, and same again, just spending a few minutes on that drawing, shading quickly, adding a little bit of tone, and kind of a bit mark making for texture. There's some little lines in areas of the drawing on here as well. And a little bit more, I just want to expand it a little bit on the side. Here this pencil's not working, so I'm going to put a bit of oil pastels to just bring the highlights back on there, just to capture really a quick response to this photo on here. Once I've done so, here I'm going to start using a piece of scrap paper, an old drawing that I've done that I didn't like. I've chopped into pieces, and I think that's going to fit quite well with this artist photo on here to just give a response to the work of Georgia O'Keeffe on here. So you see I've started with a light kind of line, just doing the outline and the highlights on here, and took a tiny bit of red to suggest the color of the flower, and I'm using oil pastels and kind of blending these oil pastels on here. As you can see, you can still see kind of the under drawing on here that I've used. I don't mind that, that's just part of the experiment and those quick studies on here, quick responses to the work of the artist. So I'm kind of blending my black and my white to just create a kind of a range of tone on there and some greys, and blend that with a red pencil in the background, just spending a bit of time adding detail. So now I've got 4 s'mores today's, and I'm going to choose 1 or maybe 2 of those and add some little bit of detail and refine the work further to just develop my favorite piece on here.